I just... Sorry, I'm trying to get in my phone. So anyway, I decided to make another video today for my transgender vlogs playlist. To put on my transgender vlogs playlist. Today it's going to be about a transgender woman who had died of suicide by shooting herself, I guess. Alright, just so you guys know, the noise in the background, it's a video of my favorite drag king, Spiky Van Dyke. Yeah. Alright. Well, no. Yeah, Spiky Van Dyke 2014 Bangarang. If you guys want to watch the video. Alright, anyway. So, I don't exactly know what happened with Kate Von Roeder. I think that's how you say her last name. But apparently she has had 19 years, has been living with 19 years of depression. But I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is that she killed herself because of something that had to do with part of it. Basically, her having had 19 years of depression. Alright, anyway, so I found her Facebook page with her suicide note. So, yeah, which was her last post, and she died of suicide with a shotgun October 1st, 2014. Like after she had posted at her suicide note on her Facebook page at 2:58 p.m. Alright. I guess I'll read her suicide note now. I don't know what this means, but TLDR, goodbye. I'm killing myself. Long form. Hey folks, this is a post that's been a long time coming. 19 years of depression, give or take. It's been long and brutal and full of a lot of tears and angst. And it's finally coming to a close. 10 days ago, I purchased a gun, and today, after the required California waiting period, and yeah, she moved to California apparently. The weird thing is that she's from the same state as I am, except from the city Broomfield of Colorado. Alright, well, I'm in Metro Denver, in a different part of the state, which, weirdly, is near Broomfield, where she comes from. Sorry. Alright. So 10 days ago, I purchased a shotgun, and today, after the required California waiting period, I picked up that shotgun. A few of you have seen me offer up countdowns, and apparently California is 2 hours behind Colorado, so technically it was 12:58 when she posted this in California. Anyway, like around noon, I guess. That was my nod towards this outcome. I'll be honest, I don't know what to say here. I've turned over the words in my head for a little over a week now, and I'm still not sure how to find that balance between TLDR, and here's why I put a 00 buckshot. Sorry. Anyway. And here's why I put a 00 buckshot shell into the roof of my mouth. Initially, my plan was to go into detail about my pains, waxing laborious about my struggles with transition. I shouldn't have done it, not because I'm not trans, but because I have a fraction of personal strength to succeed at it. Unlike some of the amazing trans people I've been privileged to know, my physical struggles, heat sensitivity, and more recently hair loss, or my mental pain, I can't even look at myself in the mirror. But paragraph after paragraph of whining seemed like a poor way to go out. Most of you have had to deal with enough of my bullshit. Instead, I'll say this: I'm scared as shit, but I think it's going to be better. I don't know what comes next, and that's intimidating, but I've always believed in, well, something. And even if that belief is wrong and there's nothing but blackness waiting for me, it beats living day after day trapped in my own misery. It beats being exhausted all the time. Alright. So, I know how it feels being exhausted, having to live with pain day after day and misery being all the time, because every day I live in this little hole that I feel like that keeps getting bigger and bigger and that I can never escape. And I know exactly how that feels, being suicidal because of my being transgender, at least pre-op transgender, and I haven't even started transitioning yet. But yeah. So, like, I'm thinking of maybe asking my mom if I can at least do counseling for it. Like, not to, so that I can at least get the counseling of the whole situation out of the way. So that if I want to fully start transitioning sometime after I've gotten all the money necessary for the testosterone. But yeah. Anyway, I'm scared, but I'm excited. There's tears, but under them there's this giddiness, a spring in my step that I've never had done before. All the hurt and the pain and the constant need to compare myself to all the normal people I meet, that's all done. And that's very cool. I want to tie this off with an apology to those of you who I've inflicted myself on over the years. Whether it's reading the shit I spew onto Twitter or suffering my vortex of negativity, where did it go? As a colleague, I've been an albatross around the neck of a lot of people I respect and enjoy. To those who tried to befriend me and whose friendships I abandoned and allowed to wither and die, I'm also sorry. I wish I knew how to be a friend, but I just wasn't wired that way. For these things and more, I'm sorry, I'm just not a good person. In any case, thank you to all the wonderful folks I've known over the years. Maybe I'll see you on the other side, maybe not. Either way, all the best and good luck. Kate. Yeah. I don't really know much more of what to say. I mean, seriously, I don't exactly know what to say about that whole situation because I don't know. But yeah, it's seriously sad that that not everybody can seem to fully accept trans people. Because if people were to actually, I mean, seriously, it's already, what day is it? It's 5 days into I mean, seriously, people, it's 5 days into 2015. It's not 1905. Or, wait, no. It's not like the 20th century or centuries beyond that. I mean, seriously, we need to get over that the fact that there are people who identify as whatever. I mean, seriously, people need to look past the whole transgender thing. I mean, seriously, yes, the transgender thing makes those who are transgender, who identify as male or female, like Kate Von Roeder and Leila Alcorn. I mean, seriously, those are two people out of hundreds of thousands maybe, of transgenders who have probably died of suicide, or at least attempted suicide. I mean, seriously, those two are two out of like hundreds of thousands of transgenders who have died of suicide. And I know that with Leila, she walked into traffic and got hit by a semi-truck, but that's what she intended for to happen. Because honestly, she was just simply miserable being alive. Basically because of her parents. Kate Von Roeder, I don't exactly know completely. Like completely of the whole, I don't exactly completely know everything behind her story of why she died of suicide. I mean, I know, I may have read her suicide note, but that doesn't mean that I know completely her whole story of what happened with her. Because honestly, like before I started doing this video, I just looked her up. I mean, seriously. Before today, I didn't even know who the fuck Kate Von Roeder is. But apparently she's a woman who's from Broomfield of Colorado, who moved to Los Angeles, California, who died back on October 1st of last year. I mean, seriously, people, really? It's fucking 2015. 5 days into 2015. And honestly, it pisses me off how it's 2015 and people still can't seem to accept that there are transgender people. Like, in a way, I can kind of relate to how that feels, because not everyone at my school or all my teachers exactly can exactly accept that I'm a transgender, even if they already know that I'm a trans, and yet they still refuse to call me by my preferred name and my preferred pronouns. So yeah, I can kind of understand how it feels to be depressed, basically. But yeah, I mean, seriously, it's 5 days into 2015. People need to get the fuck over the fact that there are trans people. I mean, like, even if you're even if you don't agree with the whole idea of transgenderism or non-conforming people, non-conforming people. I mean, seriously, I don't get why people can't. Like, I mean, you don't have to, like I said in my last video on Friday, you don't have to agree with people being transgender or whatever they identify as if they don't conform to the whole male and female. The whole male and female. I'm sorry for that. I mean, seriously, this needs to get across. And also, this page that I posted my last video to, not just my channel, but this page that had to do with, that was for Leila's vigil thing that night in Ohio. I said if it's possible, I'd like this video to be played. For that video to be played at the vigil. I don't know if they played it or not, but I asked if possible, I'd like this video to be played at the vigil. But yeah. Yeah, anyway, but like about that, like with Leela's law thing, from that page, I saw someone post this link on the page about how like about 2K of people, 2,000, around 2,000 people had signed Leela's law, a petition to ban conversion therapy. How President Obama like overlooked it or something. President Obama, if you're watching this, seriously, you're a fucking prick. I mean, seriously, if you're accepting of LGBT people, you should have accepted that. You should have put that as a law to ban conversion therapy. I mean, yeah, I know. A state's choice of what they do. But it should be the U.S. government's decision. I mean, seriously, the U.S. government needs to put that law in. Because honestly, conversional therapy is not okay. It makes the person who's part of the LGBTQ plus community, who's being forced into conversion therapy by their very conservative parents, even more depressed. I mean, seriously, President Obama, if you were watching this video, you would probably feel exactly the way that Leela felt. You would have probably felt extremely depressed if you were in her situation and forced into conversion therapy if your parents were extremely conservative. You would probably feel even more depressed than you were before the whole thing. You would probably be suicidal. Probably even more suicidal. I mean, seriously, this isn't fair. Because honestly, put yourself in the transgenders' shoe. Pretty much put yourself in the person who's part of the LGBTQ plus community and has very conservative parents. And honestly, if I were in your place, President Obama, I would put that law. I wouldn't veto Leela's law. I would sign that law and put it in, get Congress to sign it, and I would pretty much have it, yeah. I would simply put the Leela's law into the ban on conversional therapy into the Constitution or whatever. So yeah, President Obama, if I were you, I would seriously reconsider putting the Leela's law in the Constitution. Because transgenders need to be able to feel safe. Transgenders, and actually no, everyone of the LGBT community needs to be able to feel safe. Needs to be able to feel that their parents, to know that their parents won't force them into conversional therapy. Because honestly, personally think, like, honestly, I think that conversional therapy should even be a choice or allowed. So yeah, I want you to seriously reconsider President Obama if you're watching this video. So yeah. Alright, bye guys.